What's up, guys? One more video. We've got the face-off with the Izula versus, that's the Izula 1, the original, and the Bravo Necker from Bark River. Kind of an unfair face-off because this has the scales on it, so it feels like a more complete knife than the Izula. But the results, in my opinions, might kind of surprise you because I'm going to go ahead and just say it. I like the Izula better. I've carried both of these guys. This one about a month for EDC, somewhere right around there. And this maybe a few months overall. Lately I've been carrying it. I've carried it maybe 2 or 3 weeks now right in a row. So in this sheath. So I'm going to show you the factory sheaths, what they ship with, and then these aftermarket sheaths that I own will be for another video, probably up next. So if you're catching this video uploaded maybe tomorrow or the next few days, you'll see the sheath video pop up, so as I can upload them. Alright, enough earmark crap out of the way. So here's the factory sheath for both of these. I think sheaths are a very big deal, although they're obviously not a make it or break it for me for a fixed blade, because you can always get a better sheath, you know. But it is kind of an investment into the knife, although I don't really mind making that investment most of the time, because if you ever go to trade or sell the knife, chances are if you wanted the aftermarket sheath because you didn't like the stock sheath that it come with, chances are you have increased your value pretty good. So I never really mind getting the aftermarket sheaths, especially for like bussy knives and stuff like that. Alright, so here you kind of have a plastic. I'm not quite sure what, I don't know, it says Rat, but I know it's SE. I'm not sure who's doing their sheets. Maybe they do it, or the same mold, or Rowan here. I don't know where their sheets come from, but it is kind of plastic. It does work well. You can see this could be a neck knife. There's no rattle. Nothing. I guess if you really try to slam it sideways, you can get some rattle. Excuse me. It's like third video tonight, so I'm kind of losing my voice. So there you go. Plastic sheath, kind of thick. Does the job well, yes. I mean, if you're going to EDC this knife, though, I think it deserves more than this sheath. So that's where these come into play. Anyways. Alright, Bravo Necker. Kydex, I think. Not concealed, I think it's Kydex. Has room for a fire steel here. Honestly, it's going to keep your knife in. I couldn't shake this knife out, but you're going to hear it rattle. You hear that? I could probably take a hairdryer and tighten it up. You know, just kind of press in certain places. You can see how it slams around in there. Alright. Does the job, but again, when you can buy something like this that fits both of these knives from Knife Ship Free, I'm not getting paid to say that or anything, it's just kind of the truth here. They both fit into this aftermarket sheath. Alright. Enough about sheaths. I think overall I like the SE one better for factory sheaths. Of course, you have your neck hole here. And if you look at Blunt Truth, I think it's Blunt Truth for you, he was using this sheath and the knife as a neck knife. He realized he didn't need all the bulk surrounding all this, so he just took a Dremel, kind of chopped here, kind of sanded it and chopped up here and here, and kind of got the sheath as slim as he could, which is a good idea. I might do that, although I don't like to carry neck knives even of this size, so I don't carry neck option. I've tried it and I just don't like it around my neck. Alright, let's get to the knives themselves. So you can see they're about the same size here. Cutting edge is almost the exact same. Blade shape is almost the exact same. So there's what we're looking at. See the jimping's up a little farther on the Bravo. And I do have to say that the Bravo does dominate in that little jimping area. This is very purposeful, useful jimping. Grabs your thumb without too much bite, but is not so smooth that it's like it's barely there. To me, that's just for looks. Sure, it does add a little bit of traction, but not much at all. So the Bark River does that a little better. Okay, so here's why, the main reason why I like the Azula over the Bravo Necker one. The handle seems like it's just a tad short. And I have medium to large hands. But see how my pinky's catching right on this tail section here. If you try to go for a 4-finger grip. So that's a hot spot after you're carving maybe some marshmallow sticks or whatever the heck you need to put a lot of pressure in and use this knife in a hammer grip like this. You're going to get this hot spot. Let me grip this knife real quick for a few seconds. See, I kind of got the white going here. Alright, check that out. Right there is where the butt of this handle digs in. Azula, the way they've rounded the whole thing off here, not a problem. Even if the handle may be a little shorter, look, my pinky can ride up there, and it's not a problem. There's nothing digging in. So that right there, blade shape, they're so close, you know. Pretty much that right there alone. Plus the warranty on the SE. I know Bark River's warranty is awesome too. But the thing with the SE, you can cut it in half with a blowtorch, send both the pieces to them, and they'll send you back a new one. You could grind in more jimping on here. You could jimp the whole back of the blade with a file. Break the blade, they'll still replace it. You know, it's just kind of no questions asked. You know, they might make fun of you on the forum if you're stupid and you're like throwing knives that are not made to be thrown, but you know, that's to be expected. You break their knives doing something legitimate, you know, and they'll take care of you. Haven't ever had to use either one of the warranties, but I've heard that Bark Rivers is about the same. You know, pretty much no questions asked, they'll take care of you. I'm not sure if they like to cover abuse or not. Maybe they do. But just from what I've heard, the SE is a little bit better. Alright, so another big thing, the grinds and the blade coatings. So you can see my blade coating is kind of getting worn smooth from cardboard and just use around the house and short little hikes and stuff like that. Which is nice. Once you get this blade coating worn smooth, it starts to glide through whatever you're cutting a little bit better. But of course it's not as good as this satin finished convex here. This just cuts great. There's no drag on this grind or anything. Just very nice. So I do like the blade finish on the Bark River a little bit better for cutting ability. Now, I know why they did this. This is 1095. This is a stainless steel, so they can afford to expose more of this steel than the 1095 SE. Of course, you could always strip this with some sandpaper or something. But alright guys, another 2-part review. I know it can do 10 minutes, but I'm not going to. So catch the next video, please. See ya.